Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective. It's late. I know. Hello, Shelley. I know a lot of you are in bed right now, but as you wake up in the morning, I hope you see this. Teresa, how are you? Um, there are some things coming in the next couple of days that you need to be ready for. I'm just going to try to spit out a couple of them. Mrs. PTP, how are you? Good to see you. Granny Tutu, hello. Um, anyway, so word on the wire, Kelly Ray, Invader Tim, and Donnie Newman. Thanks, you guys are great for showing up on no notice. American Warhorse, Gloria. Wow. Just anyway, so bad things are going to happen in the next couple of days. Hello, DM. Mary Dalton, how are you? Lisa 67 and Northern Tiger. Man, I'm just going to do this more often because I get more of y'all hanging out with me in a quick minute when I just do a really promptu live stream. Hi, C. Anyway, so right now there is some electrical issues. I don't know if you've heard yet. Shelley Green, how are you? Martial law coming. Um, I think Insurrection Act. There is a difference, and it's a significant difference. But right now, Pakistan went dark. Apparently, this today sometime or tonight over there in their time. Well, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. I'm not an alarmist. I'm a preparist. So anyway, so what happened was they killed the power for 200 million people. So that was an experiment. That was a test. Later on tonight, our time, they killed the power to the Vatican. So that means that part of Italy was shut down. Again, it's a test. So they're probing to see how well they can do. And I just watched a video over on, she just changed the name of her channel, Charity's channel, and now pigs do fly or something like that. I'll have to find it. I'll try to get it and put a link. Becca, how are you? Hunter tags, be sure not to delete Parlor. Right, they will be back up Tuesday. We're going to talk about that too. So anyway, this probing that they're doing, they've got a bunch of really large generators being put around in DC, and they're being plugged into specific buildings. So everything I see tells me we're getting ready to go dark. And I've been saying this for a very long time, that you need to be ready so you never have to get ready. Scratch that. Get ready for potential days of darkness. Number two, thanks, Connor, for bringing that up. Parler is the place for free speech right now, and Amazon has decided not to host them on their servers anymore. So Parler is scrambling right now to get a host. They may have already found one, so there may not be an issue at all. Otherwise, if they get knocked down, they're simply telling people just wait. They'll be back up Tuesday because they're gonna reconnect to another set of servers, and it may take them down for a day. But like I said, they may have already hooked up to somebody. I just read on Parler that I guess the one that does their community outreach did say something about they're okay, but let's just wait and see. Anyway, we are under a full attack right now, and we are being deleted. This was all predicted a year ago, but conservative speech is no more, except for pretty much Parler. This channel, if you haven't taken the time to join my D Live, I've only got 200 and something people on there, and I've got almost 2,000 that hang out with me on YouTube. If you don't have my D Live, I wish that you would, because this platform is temporary. I'm a tiny little channel with a little yipping ankle biter mouth, according to YouTube. So they don't look at me as any kind of imminent threat. So I'm not at the top of their list for deletion, but it is coming. They are removing all conservative content, period. So if you haven't got my D Live, please take a minute. I have it in underneath all of my videos. I've got my information on the other channels that I put my videos on. I'm on Bitchute. I try to download my lives over there. I don't necessarily do my walkarounds over there, but I'll start because that'll be the only source for that pretty soon. Pam, thank you for that. So anyway, join my DLive, join my Bitchute so you can keep up with me. If my email is under there, if you want to contact me and get a phone number, then we can do that, because here real soon, information is going to be hard to move around. Landlines are going to be important. Cell phones are probably going to be out. The other thing about the emergency information is that the president right now is being completely hampered in his ability to speak to the people. So he's going to be going to the emergency broadcast system. The problem is there are federal laws that prevent people from blocking that, but laws are irrelevant right now. So if you have an Apple phone right now, you need to turn off your automatic updates, because Apple is going to do an automatic update that's going to delete their emergency broadcast system so that the president can't reach the people. It's so illegal that it just drips. But like I said, right now, law is irrelevant. So if you have an Apple phone, just go in there, turn off your auto updates so that they don't have a chance to kill that app on your phone. If they don't update it and remove it, it'll still work. Where Pigs Now Fly, that's the channel. That's the one I just watched. Thank you, Charity. I love that name, but I'll never remember it off the cuff. So she's the one that showed the video of the generators in DC. So take a minute, go over there where Pigs Now Fly. Take a look at that so you can see the generators I'm talking about. The gentleman that was doing the video was saying, oh, these are to run this open grass area. Absolutely not. Generators that large are designed to run an entire, it could run a block. R-rated conservative. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you, brother. Shelly Green, how you doing? Northern Tiger, good to see you too. But this is getting serious. We haven't had any shots. Yes, we have had a shot fired. Questionable, though. Information about DC's coming out that it may not have been what you think it was. SMF Veritas, welcome. So anyway, there's going to be the blackout is just about imminent. They're testing everything they need to test, and they're getting ready to drop it. 12B Georgia, how you doing? So I see nobody can sleep because everything's going to hell. FTW, Neil, how you doing? Well, it's getting more serious. Let's put it like that. Like I said, there hasn't been any shots fired officially, but technically there has. Doug, how are you? But we are not kinetic right now because we're still keeping the faith that there's something in the winds. Right now, there's over 7,000 soldiers in DC. They're on every block, every corner. From what I saw that made me a little distraught was the fact that I didn't see them armed. Silent Green, how are you? Yeah, late stream because I've got stuff I got to get out before we lose this thing. I saw those generators. They can power several buildings at a time. Yeah, we use those in the same kind of the hospital. Right, so those are not just to keep lights on in a courtyard, like the guy that was videotaping was assuming that they were going to light up some inauguration or something. Those are designed to power up entire structures when the whole grid goes down. Georgia Bunny, how are you? So anyway, I had no plans of doing any kind of long live stream. I just want you guys to realize that we are at 0 hour. As a matter of fact, a few days ago, I just found out that the doomsday clock actually has been turned back on, and that's no shit, because ever since basically the Cuban Missile Crisis, the thing was sitting at 2 minutes to midnight, and now it's 100 seconds to midnight. So everybody's taking this as seriously as it needs to be. Right now, China has offered the Democrats 250,000 peacekeeping troops to go to D.C. for the inauguration. Hello, Nancy. Um, if we get foreign soldiers on this property that intend to push us around, I can't promise the president that it won't go kinetic. It's just, I can't do it because we're trying to keep all the faith in him. We're trying to keep the peace. If you look at the stupid ass rioters, the Antifa that showed up at DC, it was the patriots that were pulling them off the building and trying to get them to stop breaking windows and stuff. Hello, Propus. No, President Trump has not given up. I have faith that he is still doing things. I know kind of what's going on, but we need to be ready for the darkest hour, which is going to be in the next couple of days. Could be as early as tomorrow. So, like I said, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. I'm trying to make sure that you understand that if you haven't gotten ready at this point, you're late. You need to look for a support team because you're going to need some help getting through this if you haven't got your stuff together. Johnny Rhodes, how are you doing? So, been waiting for info. Well, I'm glad I can get you some. The president is in a safe space. Apparently, there was an assassination attempt on him, and he was moved out of D.C. He is now at a military ops facility. So he is completely insulated and isolated from any threat. So the president is safe. And his team that is around him, I can guarantee you that circle is very, very small because he has exposed all of the traitors and will not be associating with them anymore. As far as the new administration goes, when he said that in his speech, what you guys need to understand is that we are getting ready to go into Nasera. I mean, I can get into a huge explanation on that, but, frankly, it is late. But even if Biden is inaugurated on the 20th of January, you need to understand that he's being inaugurated as the head of the corporation, but the corporation is going to be dissolved. It's probably already been dissolved. So he will be inaugurated as leader of an entity that doesn't exist. So the president, when he says a new administration, it will be the administration under the original Constitution, and we will be reset under constitutional law and natural law, and things are going to be totally different on the other side of this. We got to have each other's back. Absolutely, we do. That's why I say if you grab my email, if you want to exchange phone numbers, we can do that because I can get information out that way when my phone works. But yeah, I don't sleep very much either. It's very, very hard to sleep. It's hard to sleep when you're this awake. But even if you're not prepped, drop $50 at the dollar store. We'll get you through a couple weeks. That's right. Yeah, you'd be amazed what you're willing to eat if you don't have food. So kids that survive through college on ramen, that's a good idea. You want to get whatever you can, but you need to do it within the next 24 hours. And I'm not kidding. That's how close we are right now. You need to get some bottled water. If you are on a city water system and the power goes out, you will not have water. If you, like us, if you own a well that has a electric well pump, that won't work if you have no power. So you need to have an alternative source to pump your water if necessary. So whatever non-perishable foods, canned foods you can grab, bagged foods, rice, ramen, whatever. You're stocked, Johnny. That's good. I am too. We're ready for the ride, but some people just aren't because they didn't think we would get this far. Got us in control. That's right. No fear. I am not afraid. I don't have fear. So that's not a worry for me at all. I'm prepared for anything. Is there a way I can have your email? I can give you my email. I have my email. I have all my information. Even my home address is down in my information down below every video I do. Um, I'm not afraid to put my home address on there if people are worried about being caught online. The CIA, the NSA, everybody knows everything they need to know about me. So there's no hiding from any of them. And as far as Antifa coming out here to harass me, I don't think their mom would give them a ride out this far because we live quite a ways out of town. Plus, bad things happen to people that try to mess with people's property out here. We got a lot of land and quite a few shovels. So anyway, you'll be in touch. Okay, good. That's fine. Anybody who wants to stay in contact at this point, this is where we need to be. I mean, we should have been doing this a long time ago, but networking, preparing for silence. Like I said, cell phones won't work very likely when they shut down. Some of us prep, we can't get to the store right now. I understand that. Vivencio, how are you? Welcome. Jebney 7, how you doing? Only fear we need is the fear of forgetting what we have already learned. Yeah. Well, history is repeating itself. Anybody who studies history and knows where we came from knows that this is a playbook that has been already written once. Defending yourself, but don't feed the chaos. When the military comes, they are here to help us. They have a job to do. Stay out of their way. John, I agree with that, but you need to be careful for the deep state because they have a military too. So we've already seen Antifa dress up like Trump supporters and wreak havoc on a building. Try to imagine an entire potentially domestic military of dissidents that are paid for them by them, all dressed up in military garb, coming to haul your ass off. I'm in a military town too. I'm surrounded by military bases, but I will cooperate to an extent, but I will be a thorn in the ass if somebody tries to enforce something on me that I'm not up for. That goes for anybody. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language is I'm of the government. I'm here to help. Yeah. Don't believe that one. What'd you say exactly? Tifa sure did. What a sight it was in D.C. Changed my entire perspective. I can imagine it did. We got a polar vortex that is split up above Russia that's going to come down and stall out in the United States. Plus, magnetic reversal is a real possibility. Yeah, Becca, I know we're going to be hit from a lot of different sides. If you haven't understood reading the Bible that we are in the time of good versus evil, the final fight, I think you might want to freshen back up a little bit because, revote. I agree with that 100%, but that's coming. If the president declares Nasera, then 160 days after the declaration of Nasera, there will be a new vote. An entire new government will be brought in, and there won't be a party system. They will be Americans, period. There's not going to be parties anymore. Dave, how are you doing? Anyway, Kilimanjaro, how are you? Oh, heck, I just see you're live. What is going on? Potentially a blackout, phone communications potentially down, internet down. The emergency broadcast system will be the only thing that works. If you have a Apple phone, you need to get in there and turn off your auto updates because they're trying to make it so that they won't receive the president's emergency broadcast system if he tries it. Now, here's the trick to this. With media stations, if the media station decides they don't want to run the emergency broadcast system so that the president can address the people, that station can immediately be taken over by the military. And that's under FCC laws. So they're going to try this crap. They're going to do whatever they can to keep the president quiet They're going to try to impeach him Monday. They're going to try to file the impeachment Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, they're going to do a trial. They're going to convict him and remove him by Monday night. But again, it doesn't really mean anything because the corporation of the United States is over. It is now the United States of America, period. It's not the corporation. So it doesn't matter at this point if they remove the president because he's already been elected by the people under the new constitutional law, going back to the original constitutional law. What did you say about the FCC has already warned him? Right. FCC sent out a letter to all broadcasting facilities reminding them of their law that they have to follow. But apparently Apple feels like they don't have to follow that law because they're a monopoly that's uncontrolled. CB and ham radio will be okay, in my opinion, as long as you are on batteries. They can't stop us from talking unless they jam the frequencies. In Washington, they already had the antennas on the fire hydrants. Again, that was Charity that mentioned that too. They are planning on jamming communications, but at this point, the only place I know of that they're doing that is DC. So we'll have to see. The other thing to mention is Lindsey Graham was escorted out of the airport because people shouted him down and was yelling traitor. But I think there was an underlying image there that some people missed. I believe he was being taken into custody, or at least being informed that he's not leaving DC, because from what I understand, nobody that is an elected official is being allowed to leave DC right now. I may be wrong on that, but that's what I'm understanding. But if you look at the images of Lindsey Graham being walked out of the airport, there was one of the undercover police officers that had his hand on his shoulder the whole time. That usually is an indication of custody. It's not very often that you see a elected official with his bodyguards around him, with somebody actually holding him and guiding him with his shoulders. So that's what I saw. That again may be taken down tonight, right? And that's why I'm saying that be ready for the power outage, because very likely they're going to kill the power and then they're going to make their move. Because not only are they going to be taking out our communications, which would be a pain in the ass, but I think we're ready for it, they're going to be taking out the enemy's communication too. The Antifa will not be able to communicate back and forth because they don't know how to use anything but a cell phone. And the deep state will not be able to make their calls for protection and stuff like that. So the power outage is going to be a pain in the ass, but it works both ways. They have to do this. Anytime you get ready for a military operation, if you're going into a city, if you're going into a little village, the first thing you do is you kill that power. You kill all communications, you turn off their lights. That way they're blind, they're disoriented, and they don't know how to get focused. So that's when you take them. What happened to the assassin of Ashley Babbitt? There's some stuff coming out about that. I don't want to address that tonight necessarily, but I can just say that really look into that, because it's not going to be what you think it is. On the surface, it looks one way, but according to how the deep state works, it's an entirely different thing. So look into it. Trust me, it needs to be checked into. I deleted my Twitter Friday night when I heard what they did to the president. Yeah, 80 million people deleted their Twitter almost instantaneously. So Twitter's stock has just dropped to the bottom. But these people are coming after us, and they will hold a gun to their head and threaten to shoot themselves if you don't do what you're told. So they're willing to kill off their companies because, if they can get through this, if they can accomplish what they want to do, they will be well rewarded on the other end. So they will destroy scorched earth style anything that they have to in order to get the power on the other side of this thing. I heard that Nancy was arrested as well as the turtle. I've heard that, but I've heard a lot about arrests, and I'm getting to the point where you got to show me the money. Propus, thanks for posting that. Let's see, that's my PayPal. Appreciate that. If you grab my DLive too, I would greatly appreciate that, because please, people, get my DLive, because I will be off YouTube. It's not when, it's if and how long. The only reason I'm here now is because I got a little itty bitty channel, and YouTube doesn't notice me yet. I'm down here at the bottom going, hi. So as soon as they get done taking out all the big channels and all the ones that they feel are a threat to them, then they're coming after me, and they're coming after PTP. They're coming after all of us. So just be prepared to catch me in other places. Yeah, rumors are just that until you get solid proof. Right. At this point, we've heard the rumors. We've heard the stories for 4 years. We're done with that. Thank you, DM, for posting that. That's my DLive link. I have witnessed firsthand what people look like and what they do as they are dying, and she's gone. Are you talking about Ashley? Because yeah, there's more to it, and I've got to leave that there, because I just want to stick to the emergency stuff tonight that's going on. Didn't see anything on Nancy. I saw both your videos from the last 2 days today. Okay, well, that's cool. But I have been so heartbroken I just couldn't say anything. Well, I'm sorry. Imagine that probably means something bad has happened, and I pray for your healing. Speaker of the House arrested? Don't know. The only one that I'm able to put my own eyes on and ascertain based on my visuals and my knowledge of law enforcement is Lindsey Graham. To me, that looked like he was being taken into custody. But then he showed up on the TV a little while later, so I don't know. She was trying to get the military to do her bidding, which is capital treason. So that's called trying to organize a military coup on a sitting president. What's happening with Trump and all of us? Yeah, well, it is heartbreaking. Pence is a traitor. I warned about Pence. I've been telling you folks about Pence for over a year. I was warning everybody I knew about Pence when the president picked him. First thing I said was, oh, shit. Because that dude is very dirty. He's a white-haired demon. He's got some really bad shit in his closet. So, hello, preacher. Good to see you. Dina Connolly, how you doing? But anyway, so be ready for this. Kelly Ray, I never liked Pence. Me neither. I'm going to have to go back to something, and it jumped right on off of there. I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay. I didn't get notification. Yeah, there's some information here you definitely need to get. I know that coming on late. WTF Squatch, how you doing? Good to see you. There's just some information that had to come out. You probably get it in the first 5 minutes if you didn't want to watch the whole thing again. Is Barr arrested? I don't know. I don't think that he did anything that would call for an arrest at this point. He's got a shady past that I've brought up before, but I think that his problem was that he was just slow walking and just not doing stuff. So I don't know if you can be arrested for not doing something as opposed to doing something illegal. Apple updates turned off. Alex thinks good. Yeah, you got to do that. because the president will be addressing us on the emergency broadcast system. And here's a little tidbit. If you have a TV, one of these flat screens, if it's off when the president goes to address you, the TV turns back on. So that's an interesting little tip from the military communication system. More and more info coming out about Pence. Right. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, there's some stuff coming out that's going to make a lot of people very sick. They're not going to edit this stuff. They're not going to censor it. It's going to come out. It's going to be in your face. You're going to have to prepare yourself for seeing things that many people shouldn't have to see. But it's the only way that this is going to happen. It's the only way to wake up the rest of the sleeping masses. I've already seen 2 images that popped up on Parler of Hunter Biden with about a 8-year-old girl. And I got a pretty expensive computer, and I had to work hard not to punch it. That son of a bitch needs to be removed with some. I'll leave it there. I can't get into that because it'll take more likely my channel will go away. Angel Lawrence, how you doing? Pence is a backstabber, yeah, but I was warning about it. I knew how it was going. For one thing, look at how he's been hanging out and buddying up with Dr. Fauci. He's been pushing that narrative right along with him. So anybody who didn't see it, I'm sorry. Thank you, Invader Jim. Zim, God bless you as well. Anyway, so some people need not to see some of it. I agree. Some people I don't need to see it. I know what they do. But
open any links.
Be careful about links too. Don't open everything you see. Just as a matter of fact, don't open anything. That's your safest bet, because the stuff that's going to come out is not going to be behind links. It's going to be out on Parler. They're just going to put it out there. On these other channels that people go to, they're just going to put it out there. So don't open links at this time. I would avoid that at all costs. And as a matter of fact, just a friendly reminder, if you send me links at this point, just like Salty Cracker has said on his last video, if you send me links, I will not open them. And it's nothing against you guys. It's just right now we are in a cyber war, and they're going to be hitting us with missiles. At this point, if you open links, if you just don't know what it is and you happen to open it, you can lose your whole system. So just don't open links. But unfortunately, I've seen a video of Hillary Clinton and Uma Abedin before they removed that from the dark web. Some things you can't unsee. You better have a solid conviction, a solid gut, and a comfortable in your mind that you're ready to deal with some of this stuff. It's going to be bad, but we'll see. Yeah, it's about the child. Zombie 5, how you doing? Yeah, you got this. Thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, I appreciate it if you guys do hit that thumbs up. It does help. Share this video out, please, because we're in a battle right now, and information is the war at this point. They're going to try to shut us down. I seen the same video. It was very sick. Yeah, it's a hard one, especially when you can't do anything. I mean, I've already told my wife not to ever let us accidentally get somewhere where that woman is, because I will not be able to stop what my body wants to do. WikiLeaks dropped Hillary's email. Yeah, they dropped everything. I've got the first drop from WikiLeaks. I've got the entire file on my computer. The drop from today, I don't have. because there is a possibility that the drop from today was all manipulated by the deep state. I have the original drop, which was done about 2 weeks ago, or no, it's been a month ago. So I'm going to, without downloading the drop from today, I'm going to pull some of the files that I have on my computer from the original drop, and I'm going to compare them to the drop from today, because I just got word about that today. In fact, that the files that came down today have all been manipulated and scrubbed, and they left like a couple of little tidbits in there, so people will think they're getting the real deal, but they're not. I might even, before I get canned on this thing, I might even try to put the link down there so you guys, again, it's a link, but if you wanted to open the files, I have them. They have rumor of internet going down for 5 days. Yeah, well, there is going to be a period called 10 days of darkness. If you follow Q boards and you believe that Q is the real deal, then that's one thing to be aware of. But just my military training and my knowledge of how they do things, and then what it takes to take down an organization of this size, 10 days is realistic. So just keep that in mind. Kentucky Patriot, how you doing? Oh, by the way, if you're over there on D Live, I haven't been paying attention to my damn D Live. I had it back behind the screen. Hello to all of you. Huey Cobra, Vince Dunn, see you over there. Steak 59, good to see you. Terry Christ, hi. True Patriot, how are you? Appreciate you guys hanging out. It's a late night thing. I didn't even plan on going live, but there's so much happening. I felt like I needed to get something out and help you guys out to spread the word. It's psychological warfare by the government. Absolutely. It's a battle for the mind. Pelosi says they're going to impeach Trump on Monday. Right. And pay attention to that, because that'll be record breaking. It'll be the fastest trial, conviction, and impeachment in American history. But again, don't worry about it. It's okay, because it doesn't matter. It's the impeachment's irrelevant. The inauguration's irrelevant. Everything at this point is irrelevant. A little bit of information about the inauguration itself. January 20th is not the original date for a presidential inauguration. That was an amendment made to the Constitution when it was changed in 1871. The actual date that the president takes office in the original Constitution is March. So everything that's happening now is irrelevant, because it's based on the corporation. The corporation has officially been dissolved. So everything that's going to happen from this point forward is going to be based on the original Constitution, and it will be followed by the enacting of NESARA. When for what? Vivencio, I'm not sure what you mean by when. Pelosi arrested? Don't know. Jesus First, how are you? I did see a report that some military people have Pelosi laptop. Yes, they have about 15 laptops from what I saw in the image. So the Vatican was blacked out twice now in the last few days. Yeah, they're testing. They're using places they control to test what they're going to do here. What is NESARA? Invaders M. It's NESARA, and best thing I can say is you might want to look that up, because there's a lot of information in it that I can't give you all right now, but it is a reset of the national system. And then there's a thing called GESARA, which is global. So it's a reset of the international system. It's getting us away from the bankers. It's giving control back to humanity, and it's releasing suppressed technology and suppressed medications to increase the well-being of humanity. Good Dog told me the president and family are safe to pray and fast. Yeah, they are safe. The Yeah, they are safe. They are at a military special ops base, and they've already left there. And the president is at this time has the Doomsday plane with him. He's not running around in Air Force One for security reasons. Are they in the White House? I'm not sure who's in the White House right now. I know the the um, the Library of Congress is occupied right now by many military soldiers because apparently that's a target to get rid of history. So soldiers are protecting that right now. There are soldiers at every corner and mid street in DC right now, and everything is locked down. They locked down the courthouse today, putting up fencing so that people can't get into the Supreme Court. They blocked off the Capitol building so that nobody can get to that. They're they're locking it down. They're putting generators in to get ready for the blackout. And make sure you need to get to your bank because you need to get you at least try to get you $100, get a full tank of gas, and be prepared for the ATM systems and banking to be off. Um, the one thing you need to think about with the ATM system being off, if you want to go to your local grocery store, you may not be able to even use cash because the kids nowadays can't count cash. So nobody will know how to serve you. You need to keep that in mind. You may not be able to even use cash in this situation. So just have some cash on hand, have a full tank of gas. Keep your trips as close to the house as possible in case you need to make a run back to the safe haven. If things go to crap around you, you just need to be really thinking tactically right now, military or not. You need to use the head on your shoulders, and you need to be thinking about how will I get back to the house if something happens right now. Let's see. I think Nasera is a good thing for us on what you know about it. I heard Santa Surfing saying about it a little. Yeah, Nasera it'll be a little hard for people to adjust to because we've been oppressed for a long time, and there's a glorious existence for humanity on the other side of Nasera. You really need to read it and understand it a little bit because there's an awful lot to it. Better go to the gun show tomorrow. Yeah, get two. And ammunition already done. Yeah, you just got 600. I'm located right next to the military base. Yeah, I've got a few of them all around me. I'm completely surrounded by military bases, including one of the biggest Air Force bases. But I've got the Navy, I've got the Air Force, I got an Army base over here, I got a Special Operations Command training base here. I've got flight schools, training bases. I mean, absolutely surrounded by them. Cigarettes and beer. You got it. You got the right idea. Where is the gun show? Yeah, let's all go to the gun show. Disabled 2 started stocking up a year and a half ago. That's good. You should be in real good shape. Like a block or two away. Well, just keep an eye on things. Sage Parsley, how you doing? Yeah, God's got this. Like I said, I'm not here to be an alarmist. I just want you guys to know what's coming because I see it. I know what's coming. Bart, Air Force vet, right on. Yeah, thank you for your service. SAC base, SAC, okay. That's a good idea. Good base. I got Eglin Air Force Base down here, and they do the Ranger training, and they do special ops, jungle warfare, and stuff like that.
That's Hulbert.
No, that's it's done at Eglin, but yeah, Hulbert Field is the other base. Cigarettes, coffee, gin, and tonic. I'm not a big fan of tonic, but I might slap a gin down. But I don't know. There ain't no glorious existence on the other side of Nasera Jacera. It's the NWO Global Reset. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is the competing aspect of it. The Great Reset is the countermeasure to Nasera. Nasera is the white hat version of this thing. We're in a war right now. The cabal is trying to get their Great Reset. The white hats are trying to get Nasera. Nasera was already signed into law by Bill Clinton, but he refused to enact it, and he had to sign it under gunpoint because it was going to take away the power from the cabal and give it back to the people. So, I mean, they are two different entities. The Great Reset, if you read that one, it reads like a demon horror story. So there's not even a close comparison to the two. We're also wing manipulated for decades in politics, right? We are manipulated. Anyway, so vodka, whiskey, and hard liquor. Yeah, well, you want to be able to shoot straight, so sip it. Yeah, I saw the typo. I got you. All right. So true. It is like a demon horror story. Yeah. Yeah, the Great Reset. Absolutely no comparison. If you've understood and you've read Nasera, then you'll be absolutely amazed what life will be like on the other side of that. The people I worked with in the military were the best. I've had the honor to know family. Yeah, we are all family in the military. If you got somebody that will jump in front of you and take a bullet for you, that's closer than blood. I have Nelly Air Force Base here in Las Vegas. Okay. You hear about Pelosi's laptop got stolen. Yeah, about 12 to 15 laptops were taken. Oh, you're close to Panama City? Yeah, we're about 90 miles from Panama City. I live over here in a little bitty town called Milton, outside of Pensacola. Tablet is lagging. Yeah, computers are going to be going down. Just be ready for that. Well, you're welcome. No, I can be used for antiseptic anesthesia. Oh yeah, liquor. It is a good idea to have some. Best thing to have is some moonshine on hand. Moonshine can cleanse a wound, and then if you have pure, real honey, you can pack an open, gaping wound with honey, and it will keep bacteria out and seal the wound. How do you stop Antifa? Give them a rotary phone. That's good. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm hearing that the Philippines are trying to work a deal with China. My son's wife is Filipino, and I'm concerned about that. We did liberate the Philippines from Japan, but now because China is threatening or whatever, they want to try to get on China's good side. And if you submit to that kind of tyranny, nothing good is going to come out of it. Kentucky's got a dictator. Yeah, a lot of states have dictators mixed in with them. The whole government is the cabal at this point. Yes, they are. I monitor CB channel 38 lower sideband. Do you know how low on the dial? There's like a third, half, quarter, whatever. I miss rotary phones. Yeah, I miss pay phones. Whoever we gonna fight? Is this the fight to get back to the original Constitution? No, basically they're moving towards the original Constitution already. That's why I say the impeachment that they're trying to do is going to be irrelevant. The inauguration is going to be irrelevant. They've already dissolved the corporation. The president moved our money back into the treasury. So yeah, we're already there. Now we just have to collapse the cabal, finish taking their power from them. And if the Chinese come over here to give them backup, then yeah, we will be in conflict. Because if a foreign country comes over here and tries to settle in, I don't even think the president can stand down the patriots. I don't think so. I hope he gets this done before that happens. But, we're not going to tolerate a foreign country coming in here to try to settle in and police us. The storm is almost here, right? General McInerney said special forces took Pelosi's computer. Yes, they did. They got between 12 and 15 computers from different people. And the other thing is, when they grabbed those computers, several of them were in the middle of Zoom meetings with ambassadors in China. So they were actively on the horn with China during this thing. Yeah, turn your auto update off on your cell phones. I mean, you should do it on all of them because they're going to all try the same thing. Just turn it to manual update so that if they do reset them and drop the emergency broadcast system, you've got that set. Holes in the blue helmets. Yeah, blue helmets with red polka dots. I feel you. I feel like I'm calling so that all of us can live in peace. Yeah. MX, sorry about that. All right. Yep, they were on with China. All right, I think we're about 30 minutes in, I think. Oh, my God, we're 51 minutes in. This went really quick. Brian 53, what is it? Dan the 555 man, and Pitbull Doorbell. Nice. They all followed me, and so did a few others. 350 from Yellowstone. Okay. Watch out for flying rocks. Welcome. Terry Chris followed also. Appreciate you guys coming, hanging out with me. And if you haven't grabbed my D Live yet already, please do so because it's not long for this world on YouTube. I promise you, you will be scrambling going, where did he say he was again? But I'm on Bitchute and D Live. All my information is under every single video I do. So it'll be there. You rock too, 12B. Trump got info that it jumped out of that. Italy and Obama had a hand in corruption. Right. Yeah, that's coming out too. I'm glad I could get you the American Will. I'm glad I could get you the information. All right, so this is where I'm going to end this thing. Please share the video, tell your friends, hit the like button on the way out the door, and I guess at this point, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy night or bumpy ride anyway, but I'm figuring 24 to 48 hours. Don't hold me to it, but just be ready for it. Anyway, that being said, love you guys. Philip Turner, how you doing, brother? Wake Up just got here too. Damn it, I got to start over. All right, well, just catch it from the beginning, at least the first 5 to 10 minutes, because that's the most important, because that gives you the details of what's really going down here soon, and then you'll be all caught up. All right, y'all. God bless you all. Stay safe and stay in the fight.